Here first.
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go.
See, I only have one beer or one seltzer.
one shot.
Sheen, you're gonna have to adjust.
No.
KY, you gotta adjust.
About to get low. Get low.
I'm always making adjustments.
Oh, move a little more. I'll be like right over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like that?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Hey, we got the whole crew back. It's just nice to have the posse all here. We're getting ready to hit the football season. We're going to talk a little bit of high school football. We're going to talk a little bit of college football. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL football. But, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Matt Brasher and his partner for letting us use Rockwell Brewery again to promote them and to promote the show. We hope you all enjoy what we talk about tonight. Make sure you check them out. If you're in the Frederick area, they're on East Street in Frederick, and they opened a new joint up. Make sure you check that out too. So you can check out their website, rockwell.com, to find out just what's going on. So
Get the big EIBA.
what do you have?
The Big Juicy.
The big juicy.
Oh, I love Big Juicy.
Pause.
Big juicy.
Keep saying big juicy. Pause. Go.
Yeah. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let's get reacquainted with our fans. Waddy, we'll start with you, man.
Coach Watson, Kevin Watson, whatever you want to call me. I go by either. But nice to be back, by the way. Been out for a little bit, but it's nice to be back.
Yeah, the man's busy in the summer. He just sent his youngest off to college. So
Yes.
you doing all right?
I'm fine. I'm
How about
Now-
Michelle? She good?
well, it's a little more difficult for them,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I was excited to,
Yes.
put down the empty nester thing, and you can tell it's a little bit different around the house.
Yeah. You,
Yeah,
Michelle, and a dog, or
yeah.
just you with a dog?
What's that? It's just me and Michelle.
But I mean, I thought you had a dog.
Oh yeah, but he don't talk.
Oh.
He don't talk.
My dog's needy, so
Well, he needy, but he don't talk.
Coach Lou. Good to be here. Rockwell Brewery. Let's go.
yeah. Coach Newt, give a shout out.
T-Sid's in the house. Let's go.
He's bringing the A game tonight. You can hear it too. In this cat right here.
I'm just Rasheen.
Machine to drink.
He's just machine. He's sending his off tomorrow too. So
He already
Ain't
got-
you?
He already got his Kleenex ready.
Yeah, my wife's filming it.
hey, y'all watch the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yes.
Hall of Fame.
The whole thing.
Well, we get right
Impressions.
into it, huh?
Impressions. Yeah, we're in the ground run. Impressions.
Impressions.
Yeah.
I found it interesting. Only one offensive player made it.
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas.
I don't even like Joe Thomas.
I don't
He's a
either.
good football player.
You think?
Yeah. Well, he's definitely a good football player now.
He's a good
You can't take it
football
away
player.
from him.
No, all right.
Nine
What am I taking
Ten.
away? Okay,
Nine
10
people.
times Pro Bowler.
Nine
played-
people inducted, one offensive guy.
he played 10,363 consecutive games or whatever it is.
Snaps.
Snaps. All right.
That's impressive.
But that is impressive. 10 Pro Bowls. Impressive. But my only thing is, dude didn't win.
No, he was on the Browns.
Yeah.
Well, who did win?
He was on the Browns.
Who did win from this year's crew?
Do what?
Who won?
Brownie Barber.
Barber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Don Coryell.
One.
DeMarcus Ware.
Don Coryell didn't win any Super Bowl.
No, he didn't win his
He
Super
was
Bowl.
Air
but-
Coryell.
But he revolutionized the game.
Yes, he did.
DeMarcus Ware when he went to
Because
Denver.
Joe Klecko.
well, yeah.
No.
New York
All
Sack
right, so here we go. This is
I'm
where
not a fan of
this is
that.
where this kicks off.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Klecko deserved to go in.
Mark
And,
Jackson
and,
went in.
and, and should we revisit when you go in? Should we revisit your membership every year?
What do you mean? What do you
It
mean?
seemed like
Or when
you're-
a guy comes up and says, "Well, what the heck did Joe Klecko do besides play opposite of Mark Gaston?"
Yeah.
This ain't like the Elks Club or something where we got to
Yeah,
revisit your
Oh,
membership.
I don't think you can do that. But
I got a list of guys who should be in the Hall of Fame.
I can't wait to hear that list.
Art Monk,
oh.
Raymond Berry,
What?
Crazy Legs Hirsch, Rock Hudson, Hudson, the receiver.
I hope he
The
ain't
receiver from San Diego.
What Hall of Fame you go?
Don Hudson, whatever his name is. Listen, none of those guys should have got in before T.O. None of them. Like you said, hey, you sound like T.O. None of them
No,
none of those guys were as good as T.O. None of
All
them.
right, yeah.
It's what
It's
what
the
year
time
you're
period
playing,
also.
you're
It's the
playing.
time period. That's what gets you.
That's why I say let's revisit.
But you can't revisit. I
You know
don't
what I
agree
mean?
with that.
You know what I mean? Jack Ham.
You're in, you're in.
What?
Did I say Jack Ham?
No,
For what?
What did he do? What's great about Jack Ham?
What did he do?
Oh,
Tell me what he did.
he had the
they
most.
act- oh
He
my.
had the most turnovers as anybody in his position
Franco Harris.
until.
Huh? Well, he done
All
lost.
right.
He all right?
Hey, he got that rock.
What's in those
Is
cookies?
he all
He's
right?
burning the
I
rock.
told you there was something in those cookies.
Listen, listen, like I told y'all, growing up, and I grew up in the inner city of Pittsburgh. When we played football, everybody was like, hey, I want to be Dorsett, or hey, I want to be such and such. No one ever said, hey, I'm Franco. Never.
I did.
I said the inner city. You grew up in Fredericksburg.
Oh,
I had a 32
my
shirt.
bad.
You grew out on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. I said in the inner city,
Okay.
nobody wanted to be Franco Harris.
Well, you had to be Franco if you were in my town because
You
he
know
was
why? Because he
half
went to Penn.
Italian.
He went to Penn State. Inner city, you were going with Pitt.
Ah, that's yeah, you got it. That's what it is.
That's why.
What?
That's what it is. He right there. He just said it.
He went to Franklin went to
He
Penn
just said
State. Inner city, you guys were going.
You're
with
Pitt. Yeah, you're right.
We're all Pitt.
I'm gonna go
That's
with
why
that.
no one wanted to be Franco.
Yeah, okay. Because
I
Franco
know
was,
what-
I want to be Franco because he played for the Steelers.
okay.
And
He's
he was
their running back.
Italian.
And he's Italian.
So am I.
You know, but I root for Pitt. I've always rooted for Pitt.
Me too.
You know, I go way back.
Yes.
You know, people are like, "Who's your favorite Pitt player?" I'm like, Bill Franklin. You know, like
I'm just saying, man, they gotta be more,
This class.
they
wasn't
gotta be
over.
more, what's the word I'm looking for? Selective when they're picking people, man. Like y'all, like when I said Raymond Berry, y'all said, oh, like, what the hell did Raymond Berry do? Who was covering him? What did he do? Did he play with tight end or
I wasn't born. I don't know.
okay. And then they said Jack Ham was covering people. Who? Dave Casper? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by that.
listen, you are voted into the Hall of Fame based on the people that you played in your
Yeah.
era.
I hate it. Okay.
Are you guys
Whether you
fans
like
of
it or
Rondé
not.
Barber, though? What do you think of Rondé Barber?
I don't think he should have made it. What
I
did
don't
he
think
do?
he should have made it.
No,
I was
I-
surprised.
Who
when
did
I
he
saw
play for? Did he play for Tampa or the
Tampa.
Giants?
Just
Yeah, Tampa.
Hey,
Okay,
you know,
TV was trying
I was,
to.
I was surprised
Oh,
when I
okay.
saw his name.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Now listen to that.
But you,
Rondé Barber,
Yeah.
Bell Rivas.
yeah.
That don't even add up.
no,
Statistically,
no, I agree.
What's the next name?
Well, I will say.
Del
But they
Hall?
played the same
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
Bell,
They did.
Del, you know, he might be listening to this.
Barber
Yeah,
had
That's
47
sipping a 40
interceptions.
somewhere.
That's why I was surprised.
That's a lot to say for
And
that.
he also did not miss a game due to impressive.
And you guys think that winning helps your
Yes. Got it.
so you couldn't be on a stinky
Non
team?
Joe Thomas.
You just
Non
said
Joe
it.
Well,
Thomas.
Joe Thomas shouldn't have made it because they didn't win anything?
Well, I'm just saying that.
That takes away from what he listen.
I do, dude.
I don't-
I struggle with Joe Thomas. Oh, yes, he is a Brown, but like your teams didn't win anything.
Never.
Your quarterbacks, they were terrible.
Okay.
They were terrible. So who were you really protecting? I'm just saying.
Can you
I
name
swear-
your 17 quarterbacks that played for him?
Heck no.
Terry, remember that year we went up, me, you,
Tim
and
Couch,
Yeah.
you and
Yeah.
what's his name?
Wow.
Yeah,
Spurgeon win.
Yeah.
Derek Anderson.
Yeah.
It was
I
sub-zero. I'm
couldn't
like,
tell
what's why we sit here?
Hey,
couldn't tell you.
I gave you three.
Huh?
hey, that was the thing he joked about during his speech. He goes, "We have so many quarterbacks, I still don't know some of their names."
I believe it.
And I think that was a slap in Cleveland's face, bro.
But he talks a lot of
Exactly.
shit on the Steelers.
But he also,
If you
you know,
follow
at the
him
same
on
time,
Twitter.
if I was
Wait,
him,
isn't he in a beef with somebody?
On the Steelers?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he talks a lot of shit on them.
but why did he just settle for that? He could have got his way to wherever he wanted. He settled for
He
that.
wanted to make it better. I like that.
Really?
I like
Come
that.
on, really?
Let me ask you a question.
If he wanted to make it better, then he would have done something other else, or
Let
he
me
would
ask
have
you a
went to the brass.
We're gonna end on this question.
I
Let me
feel
ask you.
like Dad.
Let me ask you all this question. Let me ask you all this question. In gym class, when the gym teacher picked you to be the captain, who'd you pick with your first pick?
Best guy on the team.
That's
Best guy
crazy.
available.
That's crazy. I picked all the sad kids. I took all the sad kids in gym.
I want
So
to
you
win.
didn't,
I wanted
so
to
you
beat-
didn't win.
What the fuck
So you're Joe Thomas. That's what you're saying. You are Joe Thomas. There it is.
Joe Thomas
That's-
Hill.
Yep, there it is.
Hey, that's
Now
what
we
And
know.
then you're talking shit on Franco?
Franco used to run out of bounds. Somebody wanted to be Franco.
Preserved his career.
Preserve the
Yeah, man.
career.
Jim Brown was
Preserved his
right.
career.
Yeah.
Franco won 4 Super Bowls.
Hey, did you know that
Jim Brown's dead now too.
You do Carolina?
Yes.
He used to be
East.
Safety.
I
No, he's safety, wasn't he? Yes.
Yeah, shit ton of
Double
interceptions.
zero.
Yeah.
No, 13. He was
No
13.
idea.
With that crazy
I didn't
cage.
know who he was.
I know.
I had to look it up.
Ken
Who?
Riley.
Ken
Ken
Riley.
Ryan. I have no
Oh,
idea.
Ken Riley played for the
Bengals.
Cincinnati
No,
And they
Bengals.
never won
He
anything.
was a safety.
Yeah, again.
He played with Kenny Anderson
See,
and those
who you
guys.
stopping? You ain't won nothing. Who you stopping?
He had 65 interceptions. That's
He's
crazy.
intercepting a lot.
That's because they were behind us. I don't
He was
know.
good. I remember Ken Riley.
I
You didn't
struggle.
throw on Ken Riley.
I struggle.
You know, Bradshaw threw on anybody.
The
You know
only-
where he got 65 interceptions? He had to play the Steelers twice a year, right?
Yeah.
Brister, Malone.
See?
Let me list
Yeah.
them off for you. Who was throwing 65
Yeah.
interceptions?
He was not an 83 though.
But I do think Don Coryell, I think that's deserved.
He
I
deserved
agree.
okay.
I
He
think
changed
he's
the
good.
game.
Darrell Reeves, I
Is-
definitely
Darrell
think
Reeves
deserved.
Is Mouse Davis in there? Mouse Davis.
Zach Thomas,
He was running shit.
and I don't know.
Hey, did you hear Zach Thomas's?
Zach Thomas.
No.
Where did he
And-
go
No.
to college?
I-
Texas.
Texas Tech. Yeah.
He
No.
said he was a running back there.
Yeah.
You know who took his
Sure.
spot? Bam
Bam
Morris.
Morris.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
said, so I decided to go linebacker.
Okay.
16-pound bam.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think. I was thinking. I'm thinking about Brandon.
And then they got DeMarcus Ware, and I don't know about that.
He had
That's
a
strong.
few really good years,
He did.
and then he had a few just average.
I think the
But
NFL needs to be more like
Selective.
like Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball puts in 1-2 guys a year.
So that
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
I was looking that up. Only 1.1% of players get in.
I question from that perspective, like in
Yeah.
baseball, I question like,
maybe too many.
should Ortiz have got in
Baseball's
from the Red
1.2%.
Sox? Like, what did he do throughout his career?
When you're
David
watching rugby,
Ortiz.
like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know who David?
Pitcher.
No, he's a
No.
first baseman.
Big
Yeah.
Poppy.
Big Poppy, yeah.
Hey, Big Poppy.
What'd you say about him?
You know, hey, but from that perspective, you're not going to let bullets in.
Should he
Hold
got
on
in?
now, time.
Should he get in the Hall of Fame?
That baseball is a whole nother issue because they're not letting a lot of guys in because of the
Steroids.
the PEDs.
Well,
Because you're not going to tell Roger Clemens shouldn't be in,
oh, he definitely should be in.
Pete Rose shouldn't be in.
Pete Rose should be in.
That's what I'm saying. So baseball, they got
You
their
can bet
own
on it.
issue. They got their own. They got their own issue. Barry Bonds, he's not in there. That's
No.
a joke.
That's
a
ridiculous.
That's
I don't
a
care how
joke.
much juice he put in that
It don't
body.
matter.
He did go from 170 to
And his
250.
head size grew like
He
a
was
whole.
big. Juice.
Oh.
Maybe he's
like 8
Big juice.
maybe he's like
Pause. Oh man.
Ding, ding. All right.
Oh,
Biggest
yeah.
surprise in camps. Biggest surprise in camps. What do you
In
think?
any camp or
Any
our
camp.
camp?
Any camp.
For me, is that Roderick Jones hasn't supplanted Dan Moore. I'm surprised by it.
Really?
As of right now. Dan Moore's bad.
Listen, they haven't hit yet. They haven't hit competition.
Oh.
They haven't hit competition.
And what you guys are saying, like that's the way they do it too.
Yeah.
It is. It's a respect thing. I get that. I get that from their perspective. I never got that from, I guess, in high school when the kids when you didn't play the freshmen. But I'm gonna go with that.
My big surprise right now is there's some shit going on in Indianapolis. They can't keep Jonathan Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Hines is gone, and Mixon just went up. Was it Mixon?
Oh, no, he.
I think it was Mixon. Another running back just went there, and he
Joe
said,
Mixon.
"Yeah, Joe Mixon." He's like, "I don't want to be here."
Joe Mixon ain't sitting.
No,
So
no, it was the quarterback from last year they had Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, he just went out and said basically that it was chaos.
No, they just
Indianapolis was
and they
chaos.
and they just looked at another running back yesterday. And he
Dalvin
said,
Cook.
it might have been Cook. He said, I'm not interested. There's
Yeah.
something going
There's
on
something
in
going
Indy where players do not want to be
Yeah.
there. I don't know if it's Ursay. I don't know what it is.
Something.
Maybe it's Anthony Richardson.
No.
Nah, he just got there.
Did you see what he? This is something that surprised me.
They
That's
said
shaking camp up.
They said
Colts
he's
son, Jason Huntley.
6'4". Oh, they did.
Oh yeah.
253.
254. He's going to play at 6'4", 254 quarterback.
Who?
Anthony Richardson.
I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
What's wrong with that?
He could probably move, but he's probably still
What's
moving.
wrong with that?
You ever seen a man that big move?
Big Ben was about 265.
He gonna definitely be
But he
faster
threw
than
the
Big
ball.
Ben.
He can throw the ball.
That's what Bill's quarterback
Richardson
is.
can't throw the
That's
ball.
what,
We beat that though.
You mean
Can
accurately?
Lamar throw the ball?
You mean accurately or
Yeah.
can't throw?
He can't throw the
We
ball.
had this conversation. when you're of color, you have to be able to throw, run, and catch. That's it. You say accurately. You said run. That's a fact.
Like run in the vicinity.
No. Speed. You gotta be able to run fast.
Imagine this dude got drunk too.
Oh my God.
Just saying, man, that's a fact.
But he's faster
In
than
the inner city, that's a fact.
I know.
Yes, he is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a great freshman year in the NFL.
You said you would be?
I will be.
I would be too.
I will.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, first of all, he has nobody
I think
other
he-
than the court, other than the coach.
That's the key.
he doesn't
What?
sport catch. He doesn't have a sport
I think
catch.
he's gonna make a lot of plays when it gets all screwed up and he's rolling around. He's gonna do that kind of stuff. But yeah. Well, I think- yeah.
Oh, Kareem Hunt.
Got nobody.
Kareem Hunt.
Oh, okay.
He visited them
Oh, yeah, he's still a free agent. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, nah.
All right. Well,
What's yours, dude?
Quentin Johnson catching the ball with his hands. Chargers. That's a good one. Kid from TCU.
Yeah.
If you watch his film, all his catches with body catches.
Oh, okay. I got
So him like
Yes,
putting his
with his
hands
hands.
up. Oh, he looks great.
Okay.
Like scary. He's big and fast.
That makes them dangerous if they can keep them healthy.
The fact that he was catching with his body, that's not what we do.
Well, that's
I don't know where they get. Is he
a
from
lot of people
somewhere?
were critical of him getting drafted early because of that. Although he was supposedly on top 3 or 4 receivers.
He was good. He is.
Watson, what was your number one?
My number one is I have to go with Brock Purdy in the San Francisco, and all the talk of how good they're going to be and this, that, and the other. And dude just now, remember, he just came off this elbow thing, right? And we know what that's like 2 times. How good is this guy going to really be? That's what I question.
But isn't Trey Lance going to be the man?
No, they're
They said Purdy?
going with
They said
Purdy.
Lance looks bad.
Yes,
They've been trying to
they're
trade
going
Lance.
with Purdy.
We're trying to trade him to Miami because Tua's probably only going to last like 3 or 4 games.
And he was Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. And they're going with it.
And you think
You gotta remember,
it's gonna catch up
it's going to catch up with him. It's going to catch up.
because everybody's gonna know how to game plan for it now.
Coach Austin will get him. Game 1. The biggest surprise is going to be Steelers over Frisco. Game 1.
Oh, I agree with you.
That's my biggest surprise.
I agree with you.
And that's not because I'm a homer, because I know Noops is thinking homer. But I just
agree.
really think they're going to catch him.
I agree. You're
I
not.
wouldn't T-Sis.
Not to move to, not to move to the Steelers, but that defense is going to give people problems, and it's going to really give him problems. Out there.
It is.
It's going to really give him problems. I don't think he's going to understand when you got 2 guys on that outside coming at you, and then you got another guy pushing up the middle on you. It's going to give you problems.
Oh, yeah.
And then when one of those guys
I'm
goes
excited.
out for a few plays, you're
Yes.
getting legit guys in there
Yes,
that
you
can
are.
replace him.
Yes, you are.
The Herbig
They said
kid,
Herbert's looking good.
Yeah,
Herbig
That's what they
kid.
say.
that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
We're on the streets.
We'll
Hey,
see.
But
We'll see
they
tomorrow.
also said Ike Taylor was running a 4.3. They used to say that every summer too. So
Hey, what else they're saying in
That was starting at
DC?
the 20.
You didn't talk about this camp. What else they're talking about DC?
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
Bieniemy's too intense.
Oh, that's
What the hell is that?
Oh, my God.
I've never heard that in my life.
that's crazy.
Oh my
Robert
God.
Barrett
That says.
couldn't have put his foot in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Bro,
Yeah.
man.
He
That's
should have
crazy.
never answered that question. Should have pretended like I don't know what you guys are talking about
That's crazy.
and moved on.
What's his agenda?
Bro,
Saving his job.
Exactly.
He's been on the hot seat for about a year and a half now.
He doesn't get
2
out of
years.
it. He doesn't get out of the season. He's
That's
gone.
my prediction. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
You think?
I don't think he gets out of the season.
I think his team's too good to be
He goes
get-
about halfway. Hey, shout out to our guy, the
I think it's-
bartender.
I think his team's too good. I really do. I think his team's too good.
And I think the enemy will save him.
Yeah.
The enemy will win. He's going to win games.
Because the players will understand later that intensity. The guys have won how many Super Bowls now?
Yeah.
They might want to latch on and figure it out. Just
I'd
saying.
like to know who's complaining. They like I heard on the radio they thought maybe Antonio Gibson, like they were trying to.
Oh,
figure it
yeah.
out. They thought
Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, he said he whines a lot.
Oh,
I'd be
he's a little
interested to
bitch.
see what happens in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because it ain't Robinson. He helped. Saban called his coach his name. So intensity. So we already know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's insane.
Hey guys, there's 3 preseason games, and then there's like a huge break, essentially before the season kicks off. You think they could push camp back like a week and move things back like a week? I mean, I think there's just too much time now in between. Like, with camp staying regular and breaking it down to 3 preseason games, which is I'm good with that. Hell, I'd be good with 2 preseason
But it used to be
games.
4, right?
It used to be 4.
We
I'd be
talked
good
about doing 5, but now they're doing
But they
3.
did away with the gradual lowering of the roster, doesn't it? All of a sudden, like it's
drops.
It's like really high, and all of a sudden it drops.
But the bottom line is, you know who you want after a couple of weeks. You know?
Yeah, but there's got to be some tough decisions there. There has to be. With
But-
that many good athletes and that many guys, there's guys that like, oh man, we saw this positive thing or that positive thing. I don't know,
The
man.
roster's also fluid now, Mike. So
That's
you can be
true.
on
It is more.
the practice squad where they carry 10 guys. They can pluck you off the practice squad and play a couple games, and then put you back on the practice squad without you having to pass through waivers, I believe.
At any time, can another team take you?
Yes,
If you're on the practice squad,
Right.
yeah.
So if you got a guy that you really like,
I think you get to protect 3 of them.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can protect 3.
Yep. And to me, I just think the whole preseason, I just feel like they could give these guys another week of rest going into that season because it drags out. You know, it drags out. I know I've read this several times, and I don't know about you guys, but I've read several times where they want to end the NFL season on President's Day weekend.
And that's what day.
That's-
I don't know what that is.
Also,
Second-
Super Bowl, you
second-
have off Monday.
Yep. Yep.
It's already the second week of February.
Yeah.
President's
So you
Day,
go back one more week,
one more, third week.
you know.
Or they could just move the Super Bowl to a goddamn Saturday, and I'd be good with that too.
They'll never do it. It's too much cash.
But what's the difference? I said
Just make this
How's that
Monday
Saturday
national
versus
holiday.
a Sunday?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's those Saturday night parties.
Just
It's
make
those
whatever
Saturday
Monday-
night
How about the
festivities.
Friday night
National
parties?
holiday.
Same thing. They make all that money Friday and Saturday. People come in
guess.
Friday. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
That's what they're saying.
This is what you call Super Bowl Monday, and make that Monday a holiday.
National holiday.
Make it a national holiday.
Might as well get rid of something though.
Well, I guess if you put it on President's Day, then
No one
you,
celebrates.
yeah,
Right.
you get that.
I mean, we can get rid of President's Day. You know. Yeah. So.
I'm not going there.
I will.
That's how
Hey. What's the value of camp, though? Let's look at it from this perspective. For a guy who's a vet, he's been playing 5, 6, 7 years. He comes in already, knows the system essentially. Does he need all those reps? Does he have to have that body beat up that early? I mean,
Absolutely.
All depends.
Yeah, because you got new guys coming in at different positions. You got to gel with, whether that's the O-line, you're working with the receivers, running backs. I'm just saying from an offensive perspective, you got to gel with them. You know it down. You got the system down pat. But those other guys might not.
They're always looking to replace you too.
Yeah,
You're
that's
on
the
the
big
hot
thing.
seat. You're on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I know Fitzpatrick hasn't been there for the Steelers, and he's got 2 new safeties to play with. The Steelers signed another safety. Did you see that?
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah,
Is there
because
something wrong with Fitzpatrick that we don't know?
He's back. He came back.
it was a
Oh, okay.
personal issue.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it was a personal.
I see my man Kenny Robinson getting some town at safety. Local kid. He's from Pittsburgh. Went to West Virginia. Played in the XFL. I went to school with his mom. Yeah. So they said it's going to be between him and Norwood to make that last safety spot. They say he's making a lot of plays out there. So hopefully Kenny can get on.
That's what it's about. Every
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, what's going on with San Diego? I know you're following them.
Man, they have a real positive vibe right now. It's just about them staying healthy. If they can stay healthy, they'll be good. Herbert looks great. Got good rapport with all the receivers.
Do I take Eckler in the first round of the fantasy draft?
Where are you picking?
I don't know yet.
I take him late.
Oh, late in the first round or late in the draft?
No, late in the first round.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I mean, I wouldn't.
If I'm 1, 2, or 3, I'm taking.
Okay.
If I got picked 1, 2, or 3, I'm taking.
You're taking him?
If he's 1, 2, if I got picked number 1, 2, or 3,
That's
You
I'm
take him over McCaffrey.
My barber said the same
I'm not
thing.
touching McCaffrey with a 10-foot.
He's always hurt.
He's always hurt.
I'd say
I've never touched
We're off
him
topic.
again.
I'm sorry.
Still.
Yeah.
Was he hurt last year?
No,
Yes.
No.
he McCaffrey. He wasn't hurt last year.
Oh, because he didn't play the whole year.
Yeah, but the year
Well,
I
he
had
went
him,
to San
he
Francisco.
was hurt.
Yes.
Nah, I'm done. I give you one shot.
I like the way that they're using him. Though. They're selective the way they're using him.
But speaking of
That's because you can let Debo run the ball.
Yeah.
the guy from the Falcons, Cordarrelle
Cordero
Patterson.
yeah.
They said they got some new guys, running back
Bijan Robinson.
Robinson,
Mhm.
and another guy wide receiver. So that's going to limit his role.
Thank you.
Cordell.
Speaking
He's
of,
been around here
He's
10
more of a
years
kick
now.
return guy anyway.
Yeah, he's been around a long
Yeah,
time.
he has. And please change that number.
What number is he wearing?
83.
Yeah,
I like it.
Looks like Little League football out there.
That's so different.
Hey, Freddie, go to running back. Like, no. Give him number 8 or number 3, please. Falcons, please. 3 or 8.
What's going to happen to Algier then? Who from the Falcons? Tyler Algier.
Oh,
Right now they have him second string. They have Bijan Robinson third string right now.
listen.
Oh, really? Bijan Robinson's third string?
Yeah, that's not good.
Alger's nice, man. He
That
is.
ain't gonna hold up.
Well,
Patterson's nice.
trade him. Somebody should get traded then.
Somebody will. That's why he's third string right
Trader cut.
They're going to keep Bijan. So
Yeah.
They're going to probably trade, if they can, Algier then. In my opinion, you ain't going to trade. Because Patterson returns kicks, too.
Yeah.
That's what he really does.
Yeah.
Well, will anybody return kicks this year?
now. Oh, that's true.
They got the new rule.
You're right.
Oh, there's no kickoff?
Fair catch.
Fair
Yeah,
Ball
get it
25.
25.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's true.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you? I mean,
It's college. Same thing as college.
They, you know, they don't know what's going to happen. Though. They don't know.
I don't like it.
People might split it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's going to be interesting because I read probably 2 years ago that the NFL wants to go the direction of cutting the punt and the kickoff out of the game because of the injuries.
Oh my gosh.
So where's the punt?
You know,
Punt and then
yeah,
it's
you gotta
ball.
punt.
So what you're going to do is,
Go
that,
for it.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
you
dumb.
got it. No, you got it. Punt.
You can't go for it on your own.
No.
On one.
Yeah.
You don't go.
Yeah.
I don't think the collisions are that big in punt. I think the collisions are huge on kickoff.
Yes, they are.
So I like, was it the XFL that did it where,
No, they
where
moved the
those
ball.
guys were all standing next to each other?
10 yards apart.
Yes.
Do that. That's
Yes.
great. That's
It
cool.
is.
Now I think the NFL's too prideful though to do it.
Right.
Just like they're too prideful to change overtime like college. Because college is a better overtime rule, right?
Yes, they do.
I agree.
They
The
do.
NFL's too prideful to change it.
I agree. Hey, let's rank the East like we did
This is tough.
the North. Your teams in the East: Buffalo, Jets, Miami, New England. Quarterback. We're just going to go around the horn. We're just going to go Watson every time. Watson, Noob, Terry, Rasheen, and me.
So when you say this, I'm giving you who has the best quarterback.
Best
Yeah.
whatever.
Is that
Yes.
okay? Gotcha.
Give us your rank.
Buffalo
Buffalo.
quarterback.
Then who?
Oh, you want me to do all? Oh,
2, 3, 4.
Buffalo, the Jets, Miami, New England.
I think that's universal.
Same.
I think that's
Yeah,
universal.
yeah, we're all
I mean,
saying-
you
we're all
need to go
agreeing.
around on that one, sir.
The only question will be
Who's
who's
the
possibly
quarterback?
New England will be better than Miami.
As a team or quarterback? Yes.
As of today, if Tua gets injured,
Tua is
If he
better.
gets injured,
Yeah, but
then
as of right now
that's
today,
fragile.
he's
Do you
better.
know who their backup is though?
it don't matter.
Right.
It's Mike White.
Yes.
He went
Okay.
from New York to
Yes.
Miami.
Okay, my question is,
Hey, he kept him in there a little bit last year.
Don't matter.
who's going to be the guy in New England?
That's why I don't even know. Who is the quarterback?
Is it Mac Jones? Is
Yeah.
it Bailey Zapp?
No, it's Jones.
Oh, Matt Jones. Yeah.
Yes.
Me and Mrs. Jones. Yeah.
He did not. He didn't have an offensive coordinator last year.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, he does have Bill O'Brien.
Hey, he's got a coordinator.
That's on Bill O'Brien.
Wasn't
Yes.
his OC in Alabama his last year?
You know what? It might have been. It might have been.
Wasn't it?
Who? The guy from
Bill
Maryland?
No,
O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. It might have been.
Wasn't O'Brien down in Alabama? Mac Jones's
Might
year
have
that he
been.
really had a great year.
Might have been. That's a good
I might
question.
have looked down.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's a good
You
question.
see, you got that phone. Get it going.
That's a good question.
All right, let's
Sizzles
go.
on it.
Let's go running back. Watson.
Who? This was
Easy.
I went with New England.
One?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went with Buffalo.
This is based off of last year.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I went with
okay.
Miami and then New York.
Okay. I like
Because
Whoa.
New York, I had to put last because the guy he had an ACL injury. He's coming
Brees
off-
Hall,
Yeah, he's coming off an ACL.
but they had a lot of nice running backs. They did. Down the stretch.
They had a
Donovan.
stable.
They did, but I don't know. Like
Izzy's
To
there
me-
now.
to me, he's like if he's there, then everything switches. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I just don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Would you put Buffalo first?
No, I put New
New
England.
England. They had two nice running backs.
Stevenson.
They
All
did.
over
Stevenson.
They had two good ones.
Stevenson.
Fantasy picked them up late, baby.
Yeah.
Work for
Fantasy,
me.
yes, yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
Work for me.
I like that list. I like that again. I
Who
don't know
runs the
about
ball for Miami?
Jets. I like the Jets running back.
first.
I'd say Jets.
I say Dalvin Cook.
Wait, what y'all? Wait, where y'all at? We still on
Like Brees Hall.
running
Brees
backs.
Hall.
Yeah, go ahead, Noobs.
I like the Jets. That's
Jets
why-
first,
Yeah.
who second?
Yeah, I got Jets, New England,
Yeah.
Miami, Buffalo.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
See, now when you say Buffalo last, now are you including?
No,
You okay?
not Josh Allen. No.
Because to me, you got to include him because they run him on purpose.
He ain't a running back there.
I know he's not a running back,
Don't
but
say
they
RB.
run
We're
him
not
on
saying
purpose.
running game. We're not saying running game.
He's not in the running back
Here we
room.
go. I
He
like
in the
that.
room.
He's not in the running back room.
He in the room.
He's
No,
in the
he's not.
quarterback.
He in the room.
He's down the hall with the quarterbacks.
We're not saying the game. the
You
running
can't hand
game
the ball off to him,
position.
just so you know.
Yeah, they do.
On
can't.
a back
Ball
of your
can't.
football card, what's it say?
Call which one call.
RB.
I'm just saying.
It says
I just
tribute.
throw it out there because.
All right.
So where you put Lamar? Which room you putting him in?
He's quarterback.
Quarterback.
Slash.
No, he
he's
don't
a
slash.
quarterback.
Okay.
It's a quarterback, dude. Quarterback.
When he goes to Pro Bowl, does he go there as a running back or quarterback?
No, no, just quarterback.
Did he get paid? Did he get paid as a quarterback or running back?
I don't know. He goes there to run the ball.
He gets overpaid. That's what he gets.
Oh, no. Steve. Wide receiver. Let's go, Watson.
No, you didn't ask me.
Oh,
Who's
You
your-
didn't
you-
hit me.
running
I'll
backs.
go with the Jets.
Jets one.
Yeah, I'll go with the Jets. I'll go with New England too.
Okay, I like that. I
Um,
like that.
Miami and Buffalo, though, it's a toss-up. I don't understand why. Maheem Hines is gone this year.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He's out for the
Yeah.
year. I don't understand why Buffalo hasn't dangled a carrot in front of Delvin Cook.
I have no clue. It
I
makes
mean, I
no
would
sense.
be working.
Or down in Atlanta with
Makes no
Algiers.
sense. That'd be real scary.
You know,
I don't
I
understand.
mean, talk
One of
about
those teams are going to pick up Kareem Hunt then.
yeah.
He's
you could
another
do
one
that.
That's another one.
But you know
I don't
what?
understand it.
Hunt's got an injury history. Delvin Cook doesn't really have
No,
an
he
injury. Yeah, Delvin Cook's only like 26 years old.
Yeah.
Like, why are we dangling a
I don't
carrot
know.
in front of him?
For who?
In front of
Buffalo.
Delvin Cook?
Because
You know,
Buffalo,
oh,
because
salary
Buffalo,
cap.
Buffalo has his brother, James Cook.
I think it's salary cap too.
Huh?
I think it
You
might
can
be
always
salary.
manipulate
Buffalo?
that.
You can.
James Cook.
I'd be
That's
finding
his
somebody
brother.
to cut on the
Yeah,
low
yeah.
end of that because that would just make them. That put them over the top. It really would.
Puts him beyond Kansas City
Yeah, it does.
because they'd have a real running
Woo.
game.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
You know, Kansas City's defense, man, that just
Different. Average.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. Go ahead, wide receiver. Let's go the
Oh,
other way this time.
this
I was gonna say
We're
this ain't that hard. Oh
There's
no.
some dudes on this list.
This, nah.
Man, Miami's number one.
Absolutely.
That part was easy.
Jets
That
number two.
Yep.
And Buffalo 3, New England 4.
Nope.
I lost you what?
I flip flop Buffalo and the Jets.
So wait.
Huh?
Jets were
I
shaking.
agree with
I
you
have
with
Jets,
Miami.
too.
I would go Buffalo and then Jets.
Oh, I go Jets and Buffalo.
What you
Stephon
think,
Diggs.
Savalas? Who loves you, baby?
I'll tell you what.
Oh, man.
That's tough.
What?
It's not that tough. It really is.
I think the
Tyreek
Jets-
Hill?
Well, number
Yeah,
one,
Miami,
Number
but like
one
after
seed.
that,
Yeah, he's better than every 1 and 2 that everyone else has.
and Waddle might be better than everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Waddle. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
You forgot Waddle?
I'm not saying number one. I'm good with Miami. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
get
okay,
that.
okay.
But
The next
when
one's
you
tough.
shake it
Jets
out,
and
when you
Jets
shake,
and Buffalo.
I don't
Nah.
get the Jets because they
Buffalo got one.
traded
Buffalo got
Elijah Moore. They
They
traded
got one.
Elijah Moore down.
Got Diggs.
Garrett Wilson.
Huh?
Garrett Wilson.
Okay, and who else?
Garrett Wilson's
And,
offensive
yeah.
player.
As soon as you hit me with
They got
and,
Lazard.
And Cobb.
And Cobb. They got Cobb too.
I
They
hate
got
you.
That's why I put two. Yeah, they got Cobb.
Lazard's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's why I
he's
put them
okay, but
He's okay. Yeah, he's
He's long. He's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Who's New England had? Give me them two.
You got Juju. You got Parker. What do you mean? Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Juju and
This guy's a
Parker.
great threes.
Dave
you got-
Parker. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, man.
Buffalo's got one receiver. Diggs. That's it.
He's better than both of them together.
But I take 2 versus 1.
Who
No.
was that? Gabriel Wilson? Gabriel Wilson?
I'm just saying.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe
Gabriel
Davis.
Davis is legit.
That's it.
He's legit.
You
Yeah,
take
I'm
Dave
saying.
over both Juju,
I'm just saying.
Dave Parker, and who else? They don't got anybody in New England, dude. Dave Parker.
He might have the worst.
Who the hell is Dave Parker?
Huh?
Who's Dave Parker?
Well, he
He's
actually
Devontae.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae.
Oh.
Devontae. He actually changed his name, by the way.
He said.
To what?
Next.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Next. Next.
Shit. The tight end room. Who got the best tight end?
Go Noobs.
New England.
Start off.
I'm
Noobs.
gonna go Buffalo, then New England, then the Jets, then Miami. Buffalo just picked up, just drafted that kid.
We got Knox
They're
still.
from
Knox. Kincaid.
Oregon
Kincaid.
State. Kincaid. Yeah.
He's from Utah, isn't he?
Or Utah, yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. They They say he is blowing up. They love him.
They project him
Everyone says
to
that.
be like the second or third tight end, rookie tight end ever have 1,000 yards.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. Dalton can get he
Eric
was.
Green was.
You know
Eric Green
They
was one.
bet he take past the shit.
They said they're having a hard time.
Utah
covering
threw him. He was their number one receiver. That's what Utah did with him.
Yeah.
Eric Green, baby.
Who is the tight end in Miami?
That,
Durham,
No.
Durham Smith.
No,
He's
He's actually in New England. Isn't he?
yes, he's in New England.
Yeah, that's last. He's
New
last.
England, to me, New England has the best tight end.
they have 3 guys.
Yes, they
don't
do. They got three
Three
legit
deep.
guys. Three
Yeah,
legit
three deep.
guys. They're going back to the Tom Brady
New
model.
England, Buffalo, I guess New York and Miami.
Who's the number one tight end in New York now?
They don't
New
have.
York, Tyler Conklin.
He had a good year.
No, who's the number one tight end though?
In New York, it is. Yes, he's right.
I don't know who that
I
guy
don't
is.
I know
know.
Tyler-
Like I said, I don't
He's
know
not.
that.
Yeah, he's not a. He's not a
I don't
box.
do that.
Yeah, he's not. No.
He ain't gonna be on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You don't think he's good?
Do you play fantasy?
Yeah.
Who was your tight end last year?
It's tight end?
Yeah.
Well,
Pat Fryer.
this is
Oh my God, you're that guy.
no. That's not who I took.
Oh,
I had Kyle Pitts.
all right.
I had Kyle Pitts and he fell apart.
Okay. Listen.
Yeah. I don't think
Uh,
That's who I had.
O-line, let's go. Sizzle started off. O-line.
This is
They all
hard.
suck.
It's hard.
They all suck. When I looked this up, they said
Yes.
they all suck.
agree.
It's not bad.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Buffalo, I'd say.
How are they
one,
winning?
And then New England, and then Miami, and then New York. And
Well-
that's what's going to be their downfall, and what's going to hurt Rodgers is that.
Yes.
Okay.
That old line is terrible.
Are they the Jets?
Rodgers is going to be
Terrible.
hurt because he's 39 fucking years old.
Terrible.
That's why
42.
Rodgers going to. Oh, no, he ain't 42. He's 39.
He gets rid of the ball pretty quick, though.
Brady.
So did Dan Marino.
The great Dan Marino.
Let's go to defense.
All right.
D-line, Buffalo, Jets, Miami, New England.
Woo. D-line. The
Let's
Jets.
go.
Jets.
D-line.
Jets.
Jets.
J-E-T-S.
Yeah, I got Jets.
No,
Jets,
because
Jets,
because your cousin.
No, Quentin Williams.
Quinn
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
just got a back
Jets.
contract.
Yes.
Jets.
Oh,
Jets.
I am my cousin Quentin. Yes. He was on what's Hard Knocks the other night. By the way. Yeah. Talking to the quarterback. Yeah.
Okay.
Quinn Williams might be
Yeah.
top 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's legit.
I like Jets one.
Did he
So
just
we know.
I had New England too.
New England two.
Yeah.
Will Fork still there?
Hey,
I'm telling
Okay,
you,
I'm
you
just
have the
saying.
D-line there. 'cause
I know.
Andre
Hold
Tippett?
on. Let me take.
Andre Tippett.
When I did D-line, I included the outside back.
Andre Tippett.
But they play a 4-man front. in
Right.
New England.
I know, but
You can't do
this is what I'm saying. Like I couldn't. Like how do I do that? Because some teams play the 4-man front, some don't.
We got edge.
See, I
Edge is someone category.
Reading is fundamental.
okay. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah.
It's fundamental.
And I don't know. Defensive guy, I wanted to include my, those outside guys, because they on the line.
So
they-
you got Will Fork and Tippett.
You want to get
in
a
New
little
England.
Okay. You guys sleep. I'm telling you, you go sleep on New England.
Who they got? Can y'all read me that name?
No.
I don't even know where we are.
Who's number
New
2?
England.
Number 2 after Buffalo. I put Buffalo number 2 after the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Buffalo.
I like that.
I'll buy
The
that.
Jets and Buffalo.
I like that.
They've invested a lot draft-wise.
Oh, I see why
You
you
can't
did. I see
run
why
on
you
that
did that,
either.
Watson.
I like what's his
Because
name.
with Miami, you got
Houston-
kept
what's
their
the kid
outside
from,
speed.
University of
I see what
Houston?
I'm saying.
Christian
I see.
The D tackle.
Who's you playing?
Oh,
Miami.
What's the kid from?
Christian Wilkins is
He's
nice.
pretty nice.
Oh man, that kid's.
Because to me, the outside helps the inside. That's what I'm saying. So I struggle
I
with
see
it.
what he's saying.
Yeah, I
I see
struggle.
that. I
I
see that.
struggle. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
To me,
we
the
got
hell big-
Buffalo,
We got Jets, Buffalo,
Jets, Buffalo.
New England, and then Miami.
Ed Oliver.
Yeah.
Ed Oliver's a good offensive
Ed Oliver,
I like
yes.
Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver.
He's gotten better.
He went to
He
Houston.
struggled like on run, but he's gotten better.
Where's he now? Miami?
Yeah, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, he is solid. That is right.
Yeah.
I remember him. He was giving us trouble a little bit.
Edge.
Outsides. I don't know that one.
Miami.
They
They
got
Miami. Invested, they got what's his name? from-
Phillips?
Phillips, yeah.
Miami, Philip. I gotta go Miami, yeah.
Or Buffalo, actually. Buffalo's got
Buffalo.
Von Miller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
He's hurt.
If
Von Miller's washed.
yeah, if he, yeah,
He's
see,
washed. He's washed up. Wash him up.
He's hurt.
Wipe him down. He's washed. I'm going Miami. I'll give you Buffalo because of him.
How about the Jets?
Jets, and then New England. New England doesn't have anyone. Like, he said Juju. Like, Juju? Like, you would take Juju back to Pittsburgh?
I wouldn't.
Not now.
Juju ain't been good since his second year in Pittsburgh. Third year.
Yes. I mean, he won last year.
He won what? He played on a winning team. That don't mean he did it. He didn't do anything.
He had some good catches in the
Juju,
Super Bowl.
you're on blast.
I'm just saying he had some
You're
good
on
catches.
blast.
He had some good catches in the Super Bowl. I'm just
Tik
saying.
Tok.
But, you know, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
He stopped making them TikToks in Kansas
Yes,
City.
he did it. Stop.
That's good.
Because they told him.
You got focus. You got focus.
Well, your boy didn't tell him. Your boy should have told him.
Nah, we don't roll like that.
We don't. Yeah, we
We'll
got
do that.
we gotta let them be them.
That's a whole other conversation too. Because everybody said they would love
Okay,
to
well,
talk.
now,
Yeah.
I'll come.
Of course, the enemy was probably very intense, so he probably couldn't do that.
He shouldn't be doing that. He's a grown ass man.
Who?
Juju.
No, he's like 22, 23 or whatever.
He's 25 now.
No, now, but I mean,
Back
then
then, yeah.
he was 20. Like he's a kid.
He's played the practice.
Noobs, best linebacking room.
Nope.
CJ Mosley.
Buffalo.
No, they lost Edmonds.
Edmonds went to San Diego.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, but they got the dude that was
So that's one linebacker. Depends on what you're playing.
who got two good ones.
Milano? Matt Milano?
The Ravens.
Ray Lewis come back?
Who got two good
I
insides?
tell you what,
It's Buffalo.
it's a struggle overall just in linebackers, period, on the inside. Because
That's
Yeah.
true. Either you
well,
got
I put New England first.
either you got a stud or you
But,
get a bunch
yeah,
of,
exactly.
You get a bunch of this.
Yeah, I don't think because of the way offenses run now, it's not inside anymore first.
Between the
Outside.
guards?
Yeah.
Yeah, between the guards.
Everything's
doesn't exist.
outside now. It's outside, inside. So
Between the guards
totally
doesn't
different.
exist. If you want to change the dynamics of football and you're a college coach, you're going to go back to the run game. You're going to figure out how to go back to the run game
and you
between
win.
the guards.
You win.
Not between the tackles, between the guards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's the weak spot now.
Yeah, I agree,
This next
100%.
one's a strength for this group.
Oh my, yeah.
DBs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so go ahead. Go ahead, Luke. Kick off the DB.
Oh, that's easy.
Miami.
Whoa.
No, who they got
What
corner?
the fuck?
Xavier Howard,
Xavier Howard, and they just got
Jalen Ramsey.
No,
Ramsey's
not
hurt.
Jalen Ramsey. He's out.
He's hurt.
He's out. He's
He's out of the equation.
He's hurt.
All right, we'll go Jets. Jets.
Sauce Gardner. What's
Sauce.
up? What's going on? Sauce Gardner, yes. I'm
Definitely
with
Sauce.
that.
Jets.
Jets. And then maybe you can
How
come
long is
back.
Ramsey out for?
It's
Not
not
the
the
whole,
season,
not the whole
but
season.
he's out for a while.
He's out.
Then you can probably go to Miami after the second.
No, I went Buffalo number 2.
Who they got? Abel Hamlin?
No.
He's back.
He is back.
No.
I mean, I love
The
him.
white kid. The
He's
white kid.
Oh, Tre'Davious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tre'Davious White.
All right. I get that.
Third.
Not
Shut us
literally-
down.
Not literally.
But when you're
That was like, they
Shut
got
us
white.
down.
They got white.
Yeah, white TV.
They're in trouble. You're saying the second.
He said
yeah,
that.
that's my TV. Yeah.
He ain't got hips. He's
That's Seymour, yes. He also is tapping that woman from
he moved to safety now.
Law and Order.
Oh my
He moved to safety.
Terry, what do you got DB wise?
I'd definitely go Jets and then probably Jets and Miami.
Miami, yeah. That's a good group. That is a good core if he comes back and plays as
Yes, if he comes
to what we know he can do.
Here's my question, guys. In terms of DBs, though, how long is their shelf life?
A DB?
Yeah.
DB.
Oh, it can be long.
It depends
So
on
you think a guy like
Yeah,
Pat
he can hurt.
Peterson's going to make that difference on the Steelers this year?
Depends on how they use him.
yes. I would like to watch
You got to know what his strengths are at this age, and
Yes.
you got to go with that.
He ain't
And
gonna
it's easy because you can obviously at this point you can't be in with him probably a lot of man.
right. He ain't gonna cover Tyreek.
No, he's not. So you got to be
But I would
able
love
to
to see him on
adjust
some
to that.
tight ends.
Or with a corner, can he slide to the inside? Can he do that?
Well, that's what they're doing
You know?
with Peterson.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah.
But that's the slot guy.
But no, sometimes it's a tight end.
Okay.
Sometimes
I would like to see him maybe as that third safety.
could be
It
that.
covers the tight.
Could be that.
That's what I want to see.
News, you're a defensive guy. In order, rank the positions, and Watson, you're a defensive guy. Rank the position of need 1st through 4. Starting with
If
D-line,
you're building a team,
yeah,
Oh.
D-line, edge, linebacker,
Edge.
DB.
if I'm drafted, if I have an elite, if I can pick an elite one,
Okay.
it'd be between corner and edge, and I would have to go edge. Just because you're going to affect both the run and the pass game. If you just take a corner, that's the pass game. It's not affecting the run game very much. So I would take if you could take an elite edge, I would go that number 1. What do you
What's
got?
number 2?
I go edge.
Edge.
No doubt. Yeah, especially with today's game.
DB?
Lockdown corner.
DB.
Corner or
Absolutely.
safety?
Corner.
Corner.
Yes, absolutely. Because you can take one receiver away, and that's it. Now I ain't got to worry about him. Now I focus on everybody
And
else.
if you look at the money, that's what the money says.
Yep.
Right?
So when does the D-line and linebacker come into play? Which one's next?
Next. D-line. from there.
D-line.
Next.
Because you can find a heavy guy
Yeah.
anywhere.
I need somebody to get a push.
Yes. You can find a big snacks.
But it makes a difference.
Utah.
Does.
If you get 2 good ones.
Yeah.
So do you think the Steelers problem? Like, I'm going to go to the Steelers here. Do you think them bringing in Holcomb and what's his name, Landon
Robert.
Roberts? Do you think they've solved their problem? Plus, they brought in what's his name now, Shawn Alexander.
I think with all 3 of them, I think even with Robinson, I think you kind of did. I think you did. I mean, because that front line is going to be better, and now they're going to start eating. Whoever's for hope that guy.
Yeah.
If he's eating people up, we go back to what we used to do.
Well, I can tell you right now that front line, that's it. That's trouble for another team because TJ on one side, Highsmith on the other side. You cannot double now.
Right.
Now that frees up Hayward.
Right.
So you got a problem.
Yeah.
What's really
There's a
important is
problem.
that Hayward doesn't show his age this year for them.
He ain't really, I tell you what, with
Yeah,
those
but
2
they're
guys on the
nasty.
outside, it relieves so much heat. The double teams will not happen.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
Not only that, though. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Not only that, I think I think we got guys you can rotate with him now.
Yes, you can.
That are it's not going to be a huge fall off.
That for the Steelers, from the Steelers' perspective, is going to be one of the most difficult things to cut this year
Right.
because they got about 9 guys.
Montrevious,
Yeah,
Loudermilk,
Yeah.
the guy from the
Leal.
Chargers,
yeah.
Leal.
You
Yeah.
know,
And
you
then-
know who's Adams is going to be a casualty.
You ain't going from like Casey Hampton to
No.
Edmund Nelson.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't throwing that.
That's
By the way, everyone else will play DN. Okay, so
Still.
all right, finish this off, T Sizzle. How they going to rank out the AFC East end of the year playoff time?
Well, I hate to say it because everyone, I think Buffalo is going to win it. A lot of stuff is saying that they're not.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what?
So they went
Position rankings.
3 years in a row. They won the East 3 years in a row. And they didn't do squat with it. They didn't make a real big push. And so the pressure's on them. I think they'll win it. I think it's going to be a toss-up between the Jets and Miami, that second place. And then New England.
Will it come down to quarterback
I
play?
like that. I like that.
It's going to come down to a lot more than just quarterback for the Jets. Like I said earlier, the line is going to have to step up for protection for Rodgers and that running game.
News, you think Rodgers will last the season?
I do. I think it'll last the season. I don't know how effective he'll be. He
Yeah.
didn't look very good to me at times in Green Bay. Like there were games they won or lost by, they only scored like 1 or 2 touchdowns a game. Like, it was bad.
I just think he's smart enough to know that clock that's in his head to get rid of the ball, do something with it.
But
It's,
it's
it's that defense that we talked about is going to keep them in a lot of the games.
Yeah,
They
their
can-
head coach is a defensive guy.
Yeah. My thing is, he's 39 years old. You dice that up however you want. World-class athlete, single guy, going to sit in dark rooms for 6 fucking weeks. I don't care. He's 39 years old. Inevitably, your body says you're 39 years old, brother. You know, that's just where they are, in my opinion.
So what do you like? What do you think?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I think it becomes a toss-up between Buffalo and the Jets. and it's not because of Rodgers. To be honest with you, I don't think Rodgers is the factor. I think he becomes more of a game manager at this point in his career instead of a guy that may leave everything on his back now.
And an iffy thing with Miami is Tua.
I like their offensive skill, though.
As soon as he's gone, I think that offense is squat. And then I don't know how much.
But
he's
isn't
gonna
that
stay- I don't know how he's going to stay in there.
Fangio on defense coordinator this year. That's
I never liked those quarterbacks, though. Like him and that guy that one that just went to Carolina, he's so small. They're like just so small and fragile. I see that happening there, too.
How about if a guy like Mike White steps in for Miami and he manages the game?
He's a
Because-
manager, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But he gets the ball to
Watson.
Tyree. You get the ball to your playmakers. That's what the Steelers are going to expect this year.
No.
Again, we're running back to the Steelers because most of us are Steelers fans. But that's what they're going to expect. Kenny Pickett to do, get the ball in those guys' hands, make plays.
They've put in more plays already this year than they already had last year. So I'm not expecting that, what you're saying.
I want Watson to talk.
Go ahead, Watson, talk.
My order of finish is going to be a little bit different and might shock you guys here a little bit, but I do have Buffalo number 1. I have them winning. All right. No, I'm telling you, New England has an offensive coordinator. It's going to make a big difference because Mac Jones, go back to his first year. He was solid. He didn't make any growth the following year because he didn't have an offensive coordinator.
All right, Patricia's not a coordinator.
He's
offensive
not.
guy.
And this year he has one. And if we get, I don't know if we got confirmation that was O'Brien was down there with him in Alabama.
No.
But I think that makes
He's
it
on your 22.
okay. But it makes a big difference when you have somebody in the room that knows what the heck they're talking about, especially for a guy like that who is here. His game is here. So you got to be careful with a guy like that. Okay. And then I have the Jets, and I have them there, obviously, because I don't know. Their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to make it through with that. His two tackles are both coming off injuries. Are they going to be able to hold up? If those two guys go down, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's your two bookends. They're in trouble. In Miami, I think their whole season, they could go, I have them last, but they could go to first if their quarterback can make it through, which I don't know if he can.
He's a hit away from his career.
Yes.
Y'all think that's serious?
I tell you what, when I see him, I see Pat White. That's what I see.
Interesting.
I see Pat White.
Because he was with the Dolphins, right?
Yep.
Whenever the Steelers let him out.
Yep.
Hey, I'm going to move us forward a little bit here. And this is the last thing we're going to do on this show. I want to talk a little high school football because high school football's pretty much in full swing in Maryland, probably across the nation. Noobs, you were a head coach. You were a very successful head coach. Won two state championships. Hat goes off to you if I have one on.
Going like that, Noobs?
Yeah, he did great. Yeah, he was good, man.
Bring back Noobs. Bring back Noobs.
Noobs is good.
Damn.
He's good.
We have fun. I know you won too.
NIL at the high school level is starting to be whispered. Should that be a thing?
It just seems so silly, doesn't it?
Should a kid like Xavier Rhodes be promoting the 7-Eleven on Germantown Road?
It seems ridiculous. I worry about, like, there's a separation between the destination schools, QO and Northwest in our area, and then the schools where they come from, you know? So I worry that, like, the haves and the have-nots will become even worse. Like QO will find a way, hey, we can get you a car dealership deal here for $1,000, you know, King Pontiac's going to sponsor you. The Churchill, you know, a school like Churchill where they got a lot of money.
Yeah.
They start pulling some kids.
Right.
You know, I mean, if I'm the head coach, I'm going to
That's
start
crazy.
talking to hey, you want to get
I never knew that existed. That's what's going on.
Yeah, that's where we're headed.
It's legal.
That's
legal.
where we're headed.
Yeah.
That's where
So,
we're headed.
I talked to Jeff Sullivan today. He told me there was a girl from Sherwood. It's on their cheerleading or palms, one of those cheerleading palms. She's made over $1 million, or she made over $1 million prior to graduating from high school, based on TikTok and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
She must be lights out beautiful.
Probably. She probably does some awesome
I thought it was
stuff.
the other site y'all was talking about.
No.
No, we're not talking inappropriate here, but that happens. That happens. What's up, man? Woo! He's got this round. I'm drinking seltzer, baby. Mango.
But they still make Pontiacs?
No, they don't make money.
He said Pontiacs.
He's still on now.
And there's a high school player who showed up to the house with Pontiac. I ain't coming to your school. I'm not. I'm not. A Ponyville.
Kaylee Michelle was getting some NIL money
There you go.
before she left Northwest 2 years ago.
Yeah, tell them who she is.
Yeah, she's an Olympic gymnast.
But that's different.
That's
On
different.
her end, that's different.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Yeah,
nother
that's
level.
different.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
I get that.
You represent the country.
Yeah, I get
The
that.
most powerful country.
Yeah.
Now she's got a gig with Hey Dudes and somebody else.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's
That's
gymnastics.
different.
She's
Yeah,
gymnastics.
she's
Wow.
yeah, she was on it. Yeah, she won the one. Yeah,
Oh.
that's another level.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a whole
Hell
nother
yeah.
level. Yeah.
Right now, she's fighting to make the team and not be an alternate. She left. She had a full ride in Florida. She went for her freshman year, did very well. She was freshman of the year in gymnastics in the
Wow.
SEC, but she left so she could come back and train. She trains at Heels down in Gaithersburg.
Wow.
To
Good luck to you. Man.
yeah, she's a great kid.
That's crazy.
But do you see that happening? Like that? I mean, the good councils and schools like that.
Yeah,
we
easily.
give you.
Easily.
Not just you don't have to
Sauce.
pay. Now we're going to give you $5,000. You know?
Yeah, that's weak
Easily.
sauce.
Easily.
We ain't doing that in Pittsburgh. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, it's
Not in the inner city.
I bet they are.
Not in the inner city.
No, somebody is.
That's weak
I
sauce.
guarantee you somebody.
All right, now my next question for you guys, in talking about high school sports, high school football in particular, consistency among states. Should there be a national governing, let's say, board or organization like the NCAA that says these are the things you can do and you have this time frame to do in your state? Because I feel like where we live right now in Maryland, that we're always behind the 8 ball with some of these other states. And we're pumping some guys out into colleges. We are. We've got some great guys. Noobs, you've coached some kids that have gone on and played really, really well, and they're playing at the Division I level. But I feel like our kids are a little bit behind.
Yep.
They don't get spring ball. They don't get some of this stuff that some of these other schools have. Should they organize an organization, so to speak,
Is this
that will
Make it a national thing.
Is,
Yeah.
is
I agree with that
said, is said
100%.
organization also going to prevent the jumping from school to school?
I think that would have to be local.
Yeah.
It would have to be.
Okay.
But I like your point because I've had coaches come by.
This is my favorite part of the show tonight. You owe me a seltzer, bro.
I've had college coaches tell me kids don't take kids from Florida over our area because they've had an extra
Yes.
entire season of,
Yes.
of work. When you
But that's
add
all-
up those 4, whatever, how many weeks it is, 3, 4, 5 weeks in the spring, you add that up, that's an entire season over their career. So they played
Yes.
5 seasons compared
And
to
that's-
4.
that's
And I've
always-
also had it the opposite on that end too, because I've had college coaches tell me that they didn't want to take kids from Texas. They because Texas is not only year round,
We're
but
in
they
terror.
also have a goddamn class in the middle of the day for athletes, and because they come so almost like robots, they don't want that. They want the guy that they can also train. So I've heard that direction too.
I've heard it from on Noob side because that's what they were saying about dudes at Pitt. Instead of taking local kids, he was going to Florida to take kids, which I agree with. Florida's Florida. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother animal kid. I mean, their 3 stars might be 4 or 5 north, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
No, you're right. I've always told Newbusser that you could take a decent Maryland team up to Pennsylvania, play one of those small town, grind it out teams, and they'd lose because they get out coached. Not maybe noobs, but
How physical.
a lot of these guys, they would get the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know how to handle that.
You never beat out football.
You know, no, there's a lot of teams that can't beat
That's
us.
what I'll be interested to see how good QO does when they go down to play these
Virginia Beach, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newbie said that. Which one is it?
Oscar. I didn't look it up.
It's not-
We're not playing Oscar Smith. We're not playing him.
No, they want no.
I'd like to have John on the show.
Yeah.
I would like to have John, if you're listening, if you watch this, John Kelly, I'd love to have you on the show and talk about your approach to your team because you consistently
I wouldn't mind going down there for that.
make the state playoffs and take a run at the state title. My next thing is, and this is a little tricky, and Rasheen has, and I'm with him on this. Players moving in and out of districts that don't belong there illegally, and I know Watson has a problem with this.
All right, huge.
Huge.
How fair is the game if you're going to do that?
Right.
Because I know from where the school that I coached at, I don't have obviously the resources that some of these other coaches that have. I don't have that. And I can say right now, there are 3 kids in the NFL that played ball at Montgomery Village Chiefs. Now my question is,
Diggs and who?
Diggs, Addison.
Oh,
Yes, he moved to Frederick.
But he moved to Frederick, which I have no problem. If you move, I got no problem with that. But my point, but my point is, you got 3 kids right there that played at the Montgomery Village Chiefs, and not one of them went to our school. Not one. How is that possible?
My whole problem with it is this: when it comes,
One did. Yeah, they went. Yeah, they went. They didn't start out with pride.
What I don't like about it in Montgomery
Diggs,
County,
the older Diggs did. Yes.
my problem with it in Montgomery County is the fact that you have the same team that's good every year. Like, y'all don't want to see good games every weekend. It's just like y'all want the same team to pummel the same kids every year. And it's just like,
I don't think people want that. I think that the lawyers that
the coaches,
the lawyers that are involved,
the coaches know the coaches know that Jimmy shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So lawyers that have been involved have allowed that to happen.
Yeah, but the coach,
What can a coach do if
Jimmy shouldn't be here? I know he's not supposed to be here.
At some point, to
Are
me,
you saying the coach of the team that receives those kids?
yes. At some point, it comes down to character.
It's his beat sauce too.
Yeah,
That's his beat.
like I know
That's
that
weak.
dude's not in my neighborhood, but yet I'm gonna play him because I got no problem
And then
with
that's
it.
the other thing. They want to
At
run
some
around
point.
going like this, like we're so good. Like, no, you're not.
At
You're
some
not good.
point,
You've been around and picked the best kids. You got an all-star team.
because I struggle too. Because let's say if I had the kids that are in the NFL, and you coach with me,
I know.
you throw those kids on there with what we had, all right. And don't forget about the Bud kid who ended up at another school I'm not gonna mention on here.
Can I?
Well, you throw him on there, how good we've been.
That's true.
How good would we have been?
That's a fact.
We finished 73 that year.
That's a fact.
How good would we have really
That's the
been?
year that we had
Won that year.
Easily.
That's the year that they didn't cut the grass up at Damascus.
Yes. And we lost
Yes.
7-0.
We were lights out
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
They was
Elton-
scared.
Elton-
Oh, they was
Yeah.
scared.
Elton was
They
scared.
And we didn't have the Bud.
You had them guys?
Put him on our team because he was playing for the opposite.
That's
Don't
true.
get me started.
That's a fact.
Rashad
Bud,
Bud,
yes.
That's a fact.
El
No,
Thomas came up to me after that game.
Oh,
He said, I had the most difficult time planning for what you plan on doing.
Oh my.
Our kids
That was
just
a
made
fact.
plays.
Oh,
Not only
my.
that, not
And we
only
should've
they did not cut the grass, they wet the grass.
Yes. And we
And it
should have
rained the
won.
whole week.
We dropped 3 passes in the end zone. We should have won the game.
That was crazy.
So
No,
anyway,
he did start a pocket. He got me heated.
Turn it up, baby.
He got me heated.
I'm just saying, man.
Dude, we could have been real good.
I'm just saying, make it
Real good.
even. I don't want to go drive down to Montgomery County to see QO beat up on somebody every week.
And let's say we
Make it
finish
even.
9-1, we play in a state championship game. Does that not change the philosophy of our school? Did not that change everything for our school?
kids won't leave.
And they won't leave. But I can't get to that point. I shouldn't say that. Because I don't do anything.
You can't.
I can't
None
get
of
to
those
that
schools
point.
can.
We can't
Because-
get to that point because they leave. We didn't have that opportunity. That's what bothers me.
And there it is.
Can I ask a question or are we done?
No, go ahead.
He got me.
This is for new.
He got me.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Now, new, did you have any kids that you knew of that weren't supposed to be here?
No comment.
Okay. I just want to know.
What do you think you're gonna say?
Hey, it's new.
Oh yeah, we had.
They gonna beat him up? Rock on him, beat him up?
There's no, if the rules are a certain way, right, and somebody is doing things a certain way, and there's no other way to beat that team, I'm playing by the same rules they're playing by. So, I know you guys don't like that answer, but
Hey,
I'm not going to get my ass kicked every goddamn year doing the same.
Wheaton got that wrestling. Did you see that last year? Wheaton had a
Wrestling.
20-year-old wrestler or something like that. He was helping coach. They said, "Suit it up, buddy." He suited up. He wrestled, and then their team was done for the year. That's a completely.
So let me ask you a
different
question.
thing. Let's bring in some.
This is for Noob again. The guy who coached at Sherwood, then I guess he went to good counsel. Was there somebody? No.
I know.
I don't know.
Crow.
No. The guy who coached at
Bob Lloyd.
Yes.
Oh,
Did he coach at both?
Yeah, he coached at Sherwood. He coached at Springbrook.
Yeah.
Sherwood, good counsel.
Good counsel, yeah.
Now, what would have made him better?
Great coach.
No. Is he a better coach at Sherwood or good counsel?
Either one. He's Beltway Bob. His name is Beltway Bob for a reason. When he was at Springbrook, he had guys from all over. He was the original. He was the original guy.
All right, so let me go there with
Well,
that.
actually,
See, I'm not.
Thomas did the same thing,
Okay.
and Shane Gurris did the same thing.
Okay.
They all did.
At Seneca.
They all brought guys in.
Okay.
Kevin Watson and I are first year coaching together. This is back in the day. This is early 2000.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to that, so not to defend John Kelly, but I'll defend him. There's times kids come to his school, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
There's
I
kids
agree.
that's just enrolled, they go in to get it.
I agree with that.
I get it. I get that.
I agree
You
with
like
that.
get your roster, you're like, oh,
I get that.
okay.
If they live there, if they move there,
Yeah.
so be it. I can't do anything
You're
about
just
that.
talking about giving them a fake address.
Yes.
That's fun.
That stuff
That's
right
too
there
much.
is
That's
wrong.
too much.
Yes.
Yes. But if a kid moves,
I can't do it.
Penn State.
I can't do it.
That kid's dad called him up and said, we are moving into your district. We're coming to QO. What? What can you do? You can't just say, oh, no, that's probably a bad idea.
No, I agree.
Bring it. You know? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So going way back to like 2000, 2001, whatever it was, Brace used to send, Kenny Brace, who was the head coach at Watkins Milton, he used to send me and Watson out to scout on Friday nights. We went and scouted Sherwood, and they had a kid by the name of Paul, you remember his last name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the running back.
Yeah.
Running back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this kid was a QO kid.
Yes.
Went to Sherwood to try and win a state championship. Did not win a state championship. Went back to QO after football season for the second semester and graduated with his friends.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, is when I remember that shit all starting in Montgomery County. Like that was the beginning of it.
This is weak sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me,
That's-
when people want to say coaches are good, you're a good coach. To me, if you're playing with the kids in your neighborhood, that makes you a good coach. Now, if you're driving around, picking people up, and, oh, come on, Jimmy, you good. Like, no, that don't make you a good coach.
But I think
That don't.
I think this at this time, I think kids want to leave their schools and go to that school. They all want to be on top. They all want to be the best.
Sure.
Oh, that's the best team. I want to go there, and they do it
Okay.
automatically.
That's
But it doesn't make you a better
Sure.
player.
It
I
does.
guarantee
It
you
does.
there's so
It don't
many.
make you a better player. And it also, and to me, again, that's like I said, when I got picked to be the captain, I picked the sad kids. I don't want to go somewhere where New Badger's the star there now, and we might win it. I want to go play against New Badger, kick New Badger's ass, and then my team goes. That's just to me.
Is that
that's
the
just
kid?
kids.
Is that the kid? Is
That's
that the
kids.
parent? Who is that?
That's
Because
kids.
that kid.
I think it's parents a lot. I
Yeah,
agree with that.
because somebody has to make that decision to move from Middletown to Prince Orchard.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to make that decision if that's true.
Go from Urbana to Damascus.
Yeah. Somebody's
How about
got to make
that?
that. Somebody's got to make that decision.
You know who you are.
Because how do you have two houses? I don't know, because if you have your one kid going to Quince Orchard and you have one kid going to Frederick High, that to me is a goddamn red flag. That's a red flag. But nobody called that out. Don't get me started. Somebody
We
called
have a
it
young
out.
lady that goes to our school whose brother plays at Quincy last year.
Exactly. So who calls that out?
Yeah. I know
And
who
his
you're
brother,
talking.
and
She
his
was in my
brother goes
class.
to Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
She's in my class.
So this is the explanation from the lawyers. This is from the lawyers. No one can prove that they have two addresses, but like say we're separated, right? You and your wife are separated.
Yeah.
You don't live in one address. The wife lives in another. No one can prove
Yeah, that's
not-
cool. That part's cool.
No, it's not cool.
But
I had a kid do that.
Stop pounding your chest like you're good.
That's not,
When I was in Northwest, I had a kid do that.
that's cheating.
The mother called me up and told me that her and the father split and that the kid decided to go live with the dad and he was going to play at another school right up the road. That same day, I had a coaches meeting and one of my coaches said, what the hell is she talking about? I saw him and her grocery shopping across the street from the school. Like, that's just bullshit to
Is there
me.
somebody that's a coach now?
That man passed away.
Stop pounding your chest like
His
you're
sons
good.
are coaching.
If you need a game this year, call up Aliquippa. They're ready to play. They got a new stadium and everything.
Guys, my last thing about high school football coaching is shit talking on the practice field. Now, my guy Rasheed wants to talk about this simply
I don't want
because
to talk about it.
as we're instructing guys, he thinks it's okay to antagonize.
No, I didn't. Was I antagonizing Watson?
Was he not antagonizing?
Hey, you know, it comes down to sometimes you got to get the next. If you want to get the group ready, sometimes you got to start a little trouble. I get it. You got to start a little trouble just to get the.
Whenever you were coaching or teaching, I didn't say anything then.
No.
It was after you ran the play and then we shut it down.
Yeah.
And I got up and everybody,
You getting it hot because sometimes the second group needs a little bit of motivation against that first group.
Exactly.
I get it.
That's how you almost beat Damascus. You forget?
I get it.
That was that.
I had guys like Fred Kingham playing. Okay?
Oh shoot.
Fred couldn't even remember how to spell his last name. No, it's all right. Hey, our next show, we'll be talking football again. Hopefully the whole crew will be here. It's on the 24th of August. We'll be all virtual that day because we can't seem to connect in person, and that's okay.
Back in school too. That's
yeah.
I mean,
We're going to talk AFC South and West and break those teams down. Give me your social media, man. Go ahead, Tom.
At Coach K. Watt on Twitter.
All right,
At Coach NEUB, at Coach Noob.
there it is.
At one young Terry.
And
Shane Hill, Facebook.
yeah.
Come find me, boys.
Hey, thanks for joining us this week. It's been a fun show. We broke down a lot of shit. We went from top to bottom with football. Looking forward to having you guys listen to us again. You can listen to the OSP with the Barbershop anywhere you listen to podcasts. And you can also find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere social media is. Thanks again for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
I just give you guys. You guys. He carries it out. He's got his own stuff too. He's a good dude. It's actually what's the name from my son.
I tell you what, back in the day.